When did you hit an ex with revenge so perfect it could be a movie ending? When I first met her, I thought she was it. You know that feeling when someone just fits into your life so easily that you stop imagining a future without them? That was her. We bonded over the smallest things: late night pizza runs, study sessions that turned into hour-long conversations about music, and dreams we had no way of reaching yet but loved to talk about. Through college, we became that couple everyone noticed. Professors teased us about always sitting together. Friends joked that if one of us showed up without the other, something must have gone wrong. And I believed it too. I believed we were building something real, something solid. But love doesn't just end with a bang. Sometimes it starts crumbling in whispers. I noticed it first when she started canceling plans more often. At first, the excuses were simple: too much homework, a headache, needing rest, things anyone could understand. But then the messages got shorter. Her laughter in our conversations felt forced, and the warmth that used to be in her eyes, it was gone, or at least dimmed. I told myself it was stress, finals, projects, family issues, anything but the obvious truth. I wanted so badly to believe in the person I thought she was. Then came the night. I texted her, just casual, asking where she was. She said the library. Easy answer. Believable enough. Except that I had just walked past the library on my way back to the dorm. It was locked, dark, empty. That pit in my stomach turned to lead. I didn't confront her, not then. But from that moment, I stopped ignoring the signs, and it didn't take long before the truth came crashing down. Screenshots of her texts with another guy found their way to me. Messages full of things she had never even said to me. And worse, there were pictures, smiling together, his arm around her. On nights she had told me she was too tired to see me. It wasn't just betrayal. It was humiliation. I had been walking around holding her hand, introducing her proudly to people, while she was living a double life. For a while, I sat with that pain. Sleepless nights, anger boiling under the surface, replaying every moment we had shared and wondering when it had stopped being real. And then, like a spark catching flame, another thought entered my head. She wanted to play me like a fool. Fine. But she was about to find out what happens when the fool gets the last act. The timing couldn't have been more perfect, or cruel, depending on how you look at it. The campus showcase was coming up, a big event where students presented their best projects. Professors, classmates, even family members attended. She and he were scheduled to present right after me. It was like fate had handed me the stage and whispered, "Here's your chance." I didn't blow up her phone. I didn't confront her with the evidence. I didn't cry or beg or demand answers. I smiled. I asked her how her week was going. I played along like nothing was wrong, all while preparing a presentation that would leave her speechless in a way she'd never forget. The day of the showcase, I walked onto that stage calmer than I had any right to be. My group's project went smoothly. The audience was engaged, and I could see her in the corner of my eye, sitting with him, waiting for her turn. And then came the moment, the ending slide. "Before I close," I said, my voice steady even as my heart thundered, "I want to dedicate this to someone who taught me the importance of honesty." Click. Up came the screenshots, the messages, the pictures, the dates, every piece of proof projected 10 feet high for the entire room to see. The silence that followed wasn't just quiet, it was suffocating. Professors looked at each other, classmates stared, her parents sitting in the audience went pale, and her, she froze, completely. Eyes wide, face drained, mouth opening and closing with nothing coming out. The guy beside her looked like he wanted to vanish into thin air. I didn't drag it out. I didn't yell or explain. I just let it hang there. Then I turned back to the audience, said, "Thank you," and walked off stage. Her turn to present came next, but she couldn't do it. Couldn't even stand up. The showcase ended awkwardly, whispers filling every corner of the room, and by the next day, everyone on campus knew. Later, she stormed up to me, furious, spitting venom about how I had ruined her. I didn't shout back. I just looked her dead in the eye and said, "No, you ruined yourself. I just stopped letting you hide it." We never spoke again. Her fling with him fizzled out almost immediately. Nothing built on lies ever lasts, but the story of that night, that lived on. It spread like wildfire through campus, retold again and again, until it became almost a legend. And years later, when people still message me saying, "Man, that revenge was straight out of a movie," I just smile, because they're right. For once, the ending really did belong to me.